Yeah, here's the thing. I am a person that, as you can see, I love improvisation, and I
Mm-hmm.
always believed uh, that great things happen, powerful things happen when you risk everything and you venture into the unknown. Because when you already know, when you are already a master of your craft, and you just apply that craft, that can be a correct film. People will see, oh yeah, good, makes sense, but there's no spark.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy thing that happens that you don't. It's the chance of catching how really fascinating moments, either in acting, directing, writing. It doesn't matter. It's very small. So because of that, I love to never step on the same steps that I stepped on before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if I learned some things in Be My Cat, to me, the challenge is, and this is something quite quite important, I would say, in creative arts in general. The challenge for me is not what did I learn from that in order to apply and to use it later. The challenge is, on the contrary, to stay away as much as possible from what
Mm.
I've learned and from what I already know, because
Interesting.
that makes me comfortable. I
Okay.
already know. I'm already a master. And we see all these great filmmakers. They did masterpieces at some point in the 70s, in the 80s, and now you see they are doing films that are okay, but they don't have anything, like they're not masterpieces.
Right.
So
Yeah.
because they begin to have a name, they begin to have a status, they begin to know stuff, and that's the magic of our acting school. Our acting teacher always told us that when you start to know things, that's when you are dead as a creator. A creator needs to be always like a child, like not knowing anything and totally throwing themselves into the unknown, risking everything every time. So because of that, I'm actually doing the opposite of sorry, my phone went off.
Oh, no
Because
problem.
of that, I'm actually doing the opposite of what it's a counterintuitive method that I think is the secret to always stay fresh, and to not repeat yourself, and to not become boring, and to not become self-sufficient, and to not become a master. Now I know I did stuff. I know how to do it. This is good. This type of speech is only good when you are talking to investors and to people. You just go to them. Look, I did this movie. Now I know how to do stuff. So give me money to do more.
Right.
This speech is only good for this cause, but for creativity, this type of thinking I don't think is good. That's my theory. So, but it's hard. It's hard, and you need to fight so much because the temptation of thinking that, now I know how to do things. I found it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the thing. Do you know why that thing? When you felt that, I found it. Do you know why that thing was magic?
Mm-hmm.
Because it happened the moment you found it. You didn't know it before. Do you understand what I'm meaning? Like the magic, the spark happened then, there, on camera, or when you were working on that project. It's not something that you had before in your pockets and you just applied. That's why it was magical. So when
Yeah.
you say, I found it, now I will use it in my next movie. Then when you will use it in your next movie, it will be boring. It won't be a discovery. It won't be magic anymore, because the magic already happened in the past when you discovered it in your previous movie.
Yeah.
So there's this temptation to use the things you know, instead of risking everything and throwing again yourself into the unknown and rediscovering yourself. It's hard. And I tried to do it with my new movie, and we are approaching the discussion about We Put the World to Sleep, my next movie. That's what I try to do. I try to venture in areas that we will see if I will regret this venture or not.
Okay.
Because venturing into the unknown comes with risks as well. Creativity also.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, when you don't take any risks, it's a double-edged sword. It can be, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You know what? We will see when this movie comes out. So if my next movie, We Put the World to Sleep, comes out, and if it's going to be like a total failure, then we can meet again and say, your method of venturing into the unknown was not good, Adrian, and I will totally agree with you that it was not a good idea. So we will see.
That's the whole risk. Yeah, you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah, I took huge creative risks with We Put the World to Sleep. The production is going on like for 5 years now, together with the post-production and everything, because we haven't constantly recorded. But in Be My Cat, I began my journey with having a much clearer structure in mind. I didn't have a written script like dialogue and all that, but I had some written plot points. It was more clear. We Put the World to Sleep, I tried to push things even further. What if we improvise not just the dialogue? What if we actually totally plunge into these characters and see where the story will take us, literally? So practically, I made up the story according to where the improvisation took us, and this is damn hard in a movie like We Put the World to Sleep, because at some point the improvisation took us in some areas that I realized, just a second, even if we want to move forward like crazy, I cannot shoot that thing, like something related to nuclear weapons or something like that. Like I don't have the budget for that.
Right.
So then we ended up into this. And even weirder stuff happened. At some point, we were going on so well with improvisation, some real powerful stuff. And at some point, we ended up that we realized, hey, there's no point in us recording anymore. On the contrary, it's dangerous for us to record anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But then, how the fuck is the movie going to move forward since nobody's going to record it?
Right.
So there was literally, I lost the object of a found footage film, like the reason why people record stuff. So we literally started fucking panicking, like I didn't do anything wrong in terms of acting, nothing wrong in terms of story, nothing wrong. We were perfectly fine. It was no longer in touch with the found footage concept. From that moment on, it should have been traditional filming. But we didn't have a crew and the budget and the concept for traditional filmmaking. So, oh my God, this project ended up like, woo, we will see.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds super ambitious, but yeah. That's a great answer, and that makes a lot of sense. It's always scary.